Good evening and welcome. I'm going to call the regular meeting of the Nevada City Council to order. Today's Wednesday, March 11th, 2026 at 6:30 p.m. We'll begin with the Nisenan tribe recognition. Gary, would you like to do that?
Be happy to. We acknowledge that the Nisenan people are still here among us today, though nearly invisible. We understand that we are on Nisenan land that was never ceded, and the original tribal families have yet to recover from the near genocide of their people. As a resident or visitor in Nisenan land, we support the Nevada City Rancheria Nisenan tribe in efforts to stabilize their people as well as their campaign to restore federal recognition.
Thank you, Gary. And I'd like to ask our Vice Mayor to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Join me in pledging our allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thanks, Lou. Madam Deputy City Clerk, roll call, please.
Councilmember Peterson.
Here.
Councilmember Fleming.
Here.
Councilmember Fernandez.
Here.
Vice Mayor Cici.
Here.
Mayor Klein.
Here. We're all here. Council, now's the time for any agenda modifications. Would you like to make any additional changes to the agenda, pull consent items, or do we have recusals to announce? Hearing none. I'm looking for a motion and a second.
I move that we accept the agenda.
Second.
We have a motion from the Vice Mayor and a second from Councilmember Fernandez. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none. Moving on to presentations. I have a proclamation here for Child Abuse Prevention Month. Welcome.
Welcome, Jessica Ferrer. I am on the Nevada County's Child Abuse Prevention Council, and I am with Alyssa Burke. And you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Alyssa Burke, and I am the Child Abuse Prevention Coordinator here in Western Nevada County for the last 6 years.
Wonderful. Thank you for the important work you do. I'm going to read this proclamation, and then I'm going to hand it to you, and then that gentleman's going to take a picture. Does that sound all right?
Sounds
Great, thank you.
Okay. Whereas in federal fiscal year 2025, there were 1,383 calls to child welfare services in Nevada County, resulting in 37 substantiated cases of abuse or neglect. And whereas child abuse and neglect is a serious problem affecting every segment of our community, and finding solutions requires input and action from everyone in our community. And whereas our children are our most valuable resources and will shape the future of Nevada County. And whereas child abuse can have long-term psychological, emotional, and physical effects that can have lifelong consequences for victims of abuse. And whereas protective factors are conditions that reduce or eliminate risk and promote the social, emotional, and developmental well-being of children. And whereas effective child abuse prevention activities succeed because of the meaningful connections and partnerships created between child welfare, education, health, community and faith-based organizations, businesses, and law enforcement agencies. And whereas communities must make every effort to promote programs and activities that benefit children and their families. And whereas we acknowledge that we must work together as a community to increase awareness about child abuse and contribute to promote the social and emotional well-being of children and families in a safe, stable, nurturing environment. And whereas prevention remains the best defense for our children and families. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the City Council of the City of Nevada City hereby recognizes and proclaims that April 2026 as Child Abuse and Neglect Prevention Month in Nevada City, and urge all citizens to recognize this month by dedicating ourselves to the task of improving the quality of life for all children and families.
Especially now. Or beat.
Face the camera.
Yeah, I got you.
I was just looking at it. Just I couldn't. I didn't have time to. I always do that.
Thank you. I'd like to take the opportunity to invite everyone.
Come to the microphone, yeah.
I'd like to take the opportunity to invite everybody to our flag raising ceremony on April 2nd. It's at Miners Foundry at 8:30. It honors the lives lost to child abuse in Nevada County over the year. And we'll have multiple speakers. Do you want to speak about the speakers just quickly?
Yeah, we will have, we're going to be taking a moment also to recognize and thank our local first responders in the community in regards to child abuse and neglect, kind of intervention and prevention at the same time. We're going to have individuals from law enforcement and various different community organizations speak about their programs and their prevention efforts in the community. And then we're going to have a youth and a parent with that lived expertise, sharing that information along with some child welfare data. And
That's it. Thank you.
thank
you
you.
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for your
April
work.
2nd, 8:30, Miners Foundry.
Okay.
Thank you. Now it's time for public comment. Government Code Section 54954.3 provides that any member of the public may address the City Council on any matter not on the agenda that is within the subject matter jurisdiction of the city. The Brown Act, with limited exceptions, does not allow the council or staff to discuss issues brought forth under public comment, and the council cannot take action on non-agenda items. Concerns may be referred to staff or placed on a future agenda. Please note that comments from the public will also be taken on the consent calendar and each agenda item at the time it is heard. It looks like we've got some public comment. Hi, everybody.
Good evening, Council. Ramona Howard with Nevada County Media. Nice trophy.
Thank you.
The purpose here today is to make an official announcement with a very exciting collaboration. You guys know we've had to dig this organization out for the past 9 years. This year is about collaboration, lots of it. So this is the first. You'll see me a lot. But Marianne Davis with KNCO Radio. So our program that we've been working on for many years, Nevada County Now, which, I'm going to read it because I'll blow it. I'll go off the rails, was launched, and it's a news and information program that not only covers known news, but the stories of our community and the people within it. So it's kind of a morph between a regular traditional news show and a magazine-style program. It has a ton of moving parts to it. It's just not our weekly news show that we do on Wednesdays. And we all have the same goals, and that is to share accurate information, but fun, to show all the amazing things our community has to offer, everything about it. And we can't do this without major collaboration with our government partners, and KNCO is one of those. So Paul Haas is joining us. He's been on the show for a little over a month. He's our co-host on that one. And in about a month, you'll be able to catch that Wednesday night news show airing also on KNCO Radio in the mornings. But there's a bunch of other moving parts with us and KNCO. Again, collaboration is kind of the key to this project. And that looks very different for every entity that we come into contact with. And it's not just a partnership with one media outlet. It's a partnership with anybody that wants to come in and kind of that same thing. How do we get that one piece of information out to the entire community with the numerous ways they consume their content? And we all know the struggles with that. So that was kind of like the driving force behind this project is, because we heard it over and over and over. So, Marianne, do you want to say anything? We got 29 seconds.
29 seconds, 28, okay. I just want to, thank you. I just want to say that Nevada County Media is such a gem in this community, and Ramona's done an amazing job. KNCO is a gem in the community as well. Been here 40 some odd year, 44 or 5. I got to look that up. Anyway, it's really exciting for us to partner with Nevada County Media as a collaborative effort, and you will be seeing some fun things that we're going to do together as we go on, and my time is up. Thank you.
Thank you both.
Good job.
Nice work. Any other public comment on non-agenda items? Guess not. Moving on to the consent agenda. All items listed under the consent agenda are considered to be routine in nature and will be approved by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items. Before we take action on the consent calendar, we will hear any public comment on consent calendar items only. Do we have any public comment on a consent item? Harry's just getting coffee. Okay.
It's not coffee.
I'm looking for a motion and a second to approve the consent calendar.
I move that we approve the consent calendar.
Second.
We've got a motion from Councilmember Peterson, a second from Vice Mayor Sisi to approve the consent calendar. Let's have a roll call vote.
Councilmember Peterson?
Yes.
Councilmember Fleming?
Yep.
Councilmember Fernandez?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Sisi?
Yes.
Mayor Klein?
Yes. Thank you, everybody. So we're going to conduct a public hearing.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
On the city's fiscal year 2025-2026 proposed mid-year budget by consideration of resolution number 2026-04, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Nevada City adopting fiscal year 2025 to 2026 mid-year budget. We're going to start by opening the public hearing.
Great.
It's opened. You need me to?
It's up to you. This is my line.
I've opened the public hearing. Now we're going to enjoy a presentation by staff.
Wide open.
I'll go ahead and introduce staff, which I know that you know them, but I also wanted to thank the team for getting me up to speed, having been 7 days in to somewhat, but don't test me, all of the different factors that go into the mid-year budget. So with that, we have Brittany Nundorfer, our finance manager, who started that role in July, doing a great job keeping me up to speed, as well as Stephen Erlinson, our program manager. And with that, take it away.
Thank you. Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, council members. Brittany Nundorfer, Finance Manager. So I'm here to bring to you some proposed adjustments to our mid-year, to our budget during the mid-year. And a lot of our analysis comes based on actuals to date, trend analysis, and then also getting guidance from our outside consultants such as HDL for our sales tax. So I put together a presentation for you. Okay, so, our budget philosophy is that revenues and expenditures are balanced on a current basis, and we focus our capital improvement plan on streets, roads, and sidewalks as much as we possibly can. We're going to talk first about our general fund revenue resource items. As you can see, most of the categories, we have an increase in revenue. We just finished the Public Works barn rebuild, and so that's a project that is reimbursed by insurance. So we now have actuals to date as the project is closed out. So we're going to decrease that budget by the difference between what it was and what we're actually going to receive this year. Our property transfer fees are up, and so we're just going to increase that slightly, along with our transient occupancy tax. People are traveling and they're staying at our hotels, so we're receiving some more transient occupancy tax. Franchises are an area where we are paid by the electric company, gas company, and we have a new communication company in town called Race Communications, so that's going to increase our revenue there. Our planning department is very busy. We have received actuals of an additional $8,625 based on what we were going to get before. So we want to make sure that we're recognizing that. And the last category is a mitigation repayment plan. We're recognizing that revenue that we have received and expect to continue to receive for this year. Looking at the other significant revenue resource items, gas tax is going to be up a little bit, while Measure M is going to be down slightly. We based this on, we were conservative in our analysis based on the state of the world and economics and how it was going to affect gas and sales tax and traveling and restaurant visits and stuff. So we were conservative in what we anticipate, from previous years. The expenditure changes were very minimal. The significant one was that we would like to move $40,000 from the sewer fund operational budget over to their SCADA fund CIP budget. They have a big project going on there, and so they had some savings in that area and wanted to move it over towards that.
So overall, the policy and financial implications is we're going to decrease general fund revenues by $65,077. The special revenues are going to decrease by $3,339. Our sewer fund operational budget is going to decrease by $40,000, while the capital improvement plan increases by $40,000. We don't anticipate any further supplemental appropriations throughout this year. And so we recommend that you conduct the public hearing as we are doing, and then adopt the resolution modifying the 25-26 city budget.
Nice. Thanks so much. Now is the time when we will accept public testimony. Which, is a lot
Scared
like,
everybody off.
It's a lot like public comment, but it's testimony.
Testimony.
Do we have any testimony?
I want to testify.
Testify.
Hearing none. We're closing the public hearing. Moving on to council comments and questions of this fine pair.
I do have one. And I've talked about this with the city manager and with our representatives at CHIRP, which is the nonprofit behind our Nisenan tribe. And 3 years ago, we gave the tribe a $5,000 grant. And at the time, we said it was a one-time grant, but that the council could decide to make it an annual contribution. And I think that would be a good idea. And it could easily come out of our community agency fund, which is a balance right now of $180,000. And I think an appropriate amount would be about $2,500, which is what we annually give the Wild and Scenic Film Festival, or Circle, as the sponsors of that. I bring that up now so that the council can consider it, and then we could actually perhaps formally vote on it at a later date. But I wanted to mention it because we have the budget before us, and we have the line item that it would go into.
Thanks, Lou.
Thank you, Lou, for bringing that up. Lou and I have talked about this. This happened when I was mayor, and the intention behind it was that it would be something we would do annually, like Lou mentioned, as we do for Circle, as well as the Nevada City Film Festival and other things. And so to be part of that Homeland's Reciprocity program seems important. I support that too. Thanks, Lou.
Yeah. And it's important that it be annual so they can rely on it.
Here I go, but what a beautiful budget. It's like, I mean, I love the precision with which, to get mid-year and to be so close is actually quite unique. So it's either really wrong or you've done amazing work.
We're going to go with amazing.
But I have tracked that budget very closely for a very long time as Steve built it. Steve knows, and you know, go tell my whole story about that's what got me through the door was a budget I couldn't read. And we have a very well-written, well-produced, and well-managed budget. So thank you. I was laughing when I read it. I'm looking around going, this is the variance? It's like, because it's so small. So thank you very much for your work. And I recognize not just you, because all of our department heads and everybody's got their role to play in this, as do we. But somebody's doing their job if we're getting that close. So thank you for that. It's a beautiful budget.
If I may add too, Brittany, thank you so much. Steve, thank you for ushering Brittany into this position. You're doing beautifully, and I just want to praise you. Happy to have you in this space, and happy to have you under Steve's leadership. Thank you.
Here, I'll reiterate that. I was just talking to you guys earlier, and it's to have gone this far in this short a time. This man knows a lot. He's very well, versed and experienced in what he's doing, and you just killed it just now. So, and the budget looks great. I want to understand a little bit about the insurance proceeds shortfall matter.
Sure.
Could you tell me a little bit about what's going on there?
Sure. So we originally anticipated there was going to be a little over $800,000, and the project ended up being closer to a total of $1.2 million that was reimbursed. So even in total, So 810, we received some in the previous fiscal year as well, so the total ended up being 1.2 million. So we just decreased it because we already received the other half last fiscal year, and we're only going to receive 646,000, and the project is complete.
Well, okay, that makes sense. What about the rate issues we're dealing with? Do we expect any impact to the budget from that? Moving down, I mean, right now we're really good, but is that going to upset the apple cart to this perfect budget?
I think that it's going to definitely impact the budget,
Yes.
right? Depending on what happens at the Prop 218 hearing and stuff, depending on where we go with rates, that's going to positively impact our budget as well as give it some more expenditures too, so.
Exactly.
But not this current fiscal year budget, it would impact the fiscal year 26, 27 budget.
Nice. I think that's all I have. Thank you.
Can you guys talk a bit about the 40,000 going from operational expenses sewer-wise to the CIP? The numbers add up. 40,000 coming from there means 40,000 going into there. But what is it going to mean for operations to not have that 40,000? What's it going to mean for the CIP?
You know, for the 40,000 savings was in their lab testing at the wastewater treatment plant. And what ended up happening was they had 2 lab testing lines, which were both 40,000, I think 40 or 50,000. And so instead of merging them together, they wanted to really focus on the SCADA project because the SCADA project is underway and it's coming through, and that's where they were going to try to have some of their savings.
If I could, yeah, and the SCADA is really important. As we modernize our system, you might not know, that's the telemetry that tells us when stuff stops working, when it should be working. But it also saves staff time. There's a lot of economies to be realized with a robust SCADA system. I'm really glad to see it because it's one of the pieces of modernization that we really need to do.
Especially now.
Yes, well,
Can I ask you one more?
Of course.
Sure. So, over the next 12 to 18 months, what are the, biggest drivers of, cost increase? Insurance, utilities, labor? What do you guys think that, coming down the pipe? Are there going to be things that are going to impact our budget, so it gets out of whack?
Health benefits, pension,
Yeah, those two.
personnel, a lot of personnel.
Yeah.
Energy
It's all personnel.
costs.
Well, and the police.
Yeah, safety.
Yeah, safety.
And we'll have more information during the budget workshop for projections when we do that.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
I ask you this every time, Stephen, and now Brittany. If you were sitting here, you know this information inside and out at this point. What should we be more worried about than we are?
Good question. I was trying to get there.
our mayor.
I would, if I may speak, Brittany.
Yes.
If I were an elected official, I would, worry about the water and wastewater treatment plants and getting a lot of those CIP projects underway that are sorely needed. Unfortunately, grants for those types of projects are next to none right now. So we're going to have to rely upon water and wastewater fund monies and create maybe some creative financing sources, maybe issuing debt. I mean, those are conversations we can have, but I would say that would be something that you should worry about in the upcoming or near future.
Thanks, Steve.
And I'm gonna add to that and talk about just the infrastructure of the sewer under the ground. You know what I mean? I think that is going through this rate study and seeing the outdated infrastructure that we have and the replacement cost that's going to take. That needs to be something that we're really focused on.
One more? You think so?
Go for it.
Are there any current projects going on that, that could impact us negatively? CIP projects? As far as?
Out of control, you mean? Like,
Yeah. I mean,
Brian?
Well, no, I heard so I wasn't sure if he was going to talk.
we know how projects run over budget and, you know, and they can,
Brian's
big surprises.
projects
I work with a
go.
lot of jurisdictions and this is what happens.
Not Brian's project.
I don't foresee anything like that, Brian, but you might know.
Thank you. Yeah, we just recently finished two really big projects, the bridge and Upper Broad Street. And we're still working on all the final reimbursements for those. So there's not any unforeseen costs, you know. Yeah, we're looking forward to the next projects. We're going to be bidding 2 projects in the next month, but we've got the funding for those as well, so I don't foresee anything.
Nice. Do we expect any of those projects that, you know, or could they run over, you know, could their cost estimates get, you know, blown out by reality?
No, I think we would just not award the bid, or we change the project to get it within budget. So, yeah, there's nothing other than water and wastewater plants that are,
antiquated.
you know, there's things that could happen at each plant.
There are things that will happen at each point.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Thank you, Brian. That really helps. I just wanted to make sure we weren't missing. I just was in another jurisdiction and this, you know, one of these projects blew up the budget and, you know.
Well, it takes one.
Yeah, thanks for the question.
Awesome. Thanks to the 3 of you. Great job, as always.
Nice.
Do we have no,
I move that we adopt the resolution.
I second.
look at that. We've got a motion from Councilmember Fernandez and a second from Councilmember Peterson. Is it necessary to do a roll call on this?
It's a budget.
Councilmember Peterson?
Yes.
Councilmember Fleming?
Yes.
Councilmember Fernandez?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Cici?
Yes.
Mayor Klein?
Yes.
And again, thank you for this
Thank you
great
so much.
work.
Thank you, guys.
Really
Good to see
good
you.
stuff. Really good stuff.
Good team.
On the business, consideration of 2026 City Hall closure calendar and adoption of council meeting schedule.
Yes, so this is a fairly simple item. We wanted to bring it to council so that there's a little bit more clarity and transparency about when we're having meetings so other entities can plan around us, especially around the holiday season. And then we adjust our council meetings for certain events in town that helps support the economic development of the city. So just making sure that those are on record. This doesn't preclude you from holding an additional meeting or canceling a meeting if you need to. So we have this City Hall closure chart, which there is a slight error. So apologies for that. We'll have to take care of this in the motion, which I have some language if needed. But the Cesar Chavez Day is actually observed, after reviewing all of our paperwork, is actually observed on the day, not the closest Monday or Friday. So we do need to change that in this chart per our policies and procedures. And then the council dates are reflected in the chart below, which we've moved a few and checked in with the chamber. So July 22nd is being moved to Thursday to support the hot summer nights. And then we have a cancellation in September because a lot of you participate in the Cal Cities conference. So we're going ahead and closing that or canceling that. And then we move, Veterans Day falls on Wednesday this year. So we're moving to Thursday. And then the Thanksgiving one is canceled as well as the Christmas one. So just having that on record so people can plan.
Yeah.
Great.
Thank you.
And I have the supporting motion once you guys are ready to, so it accommodates the error.
If we decide to go
If
through
you
this very
decide,
controversial
yes,
decision.
right, correct.
It's an election year.
What day is Cesar Chavez Day?
March 31st.
Oh.
It's a Tuesday, and I think we were all thinking it would make sense to observe it on Monday, anyway.
For statute.
Anybody have strong feelings on this one?
No, it's great to have it.
I appreciate the transparency. letting everybody else know so they can coordinate with us. I think that's a great.
Because it's their job to coordinate with us, so that's why they now have the information, so.
Are we the site of the July 4th parade this year?
Yes.
Yes, we are.
Wow.
Always fun.
And it is the 250th anniversary, so it should be a pretty big one.
Yay, America.
Life is free in America.
Great. Any public comment on this item? Brian, do you like holidays?
Transit.
Who doesn't like a good holiday now and then? I move that we,
She's got the language.
oh, you've got the language.
I'm sure you could do it if you
Yeah,
like.
no, I'm going to say that I move that we approve the calendar with the modification to the Cesar Chavez Day to place it on the appropriate date.
I second.
Wonderful. We have a motion from Councilmember Peterson, a second from Councilmember Fernandez. Let's do a roll call vote.
Councilmember Peterson?
Yes.
Councilmember Fleming?
Yep.
Councilmember Fernandez?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Sisi?
Yes.
Mayor Klein?
Yes. Terrific. Thanks for that. Carrie, ma'am. Reports and future agenda items. Carrie, do you have an exciting first report to give us?
I feel like it's exciting. I did just want to take a minute to thank Joan for all of the work that she did to onboard me so that I wasn't just starting off with no information. She provided a lot of information on the city, and then the warm welcome I've received from staff has been nothing short of amazing. This week, I've started my tours with the departments, and I spent, I think, 2 hours with Shane all over town, talking about wooden pipes and going down in the Deer Creek area and understanding where the county line is. And then today, I went out with Evan's team. They were out working in the old airport area, which we should probably have a name for that. There probably is one.
Old airport area.
Okay, old airport area, all right. And went on a short hike there. And then at the top of Sugarloaf, the easy way in the car, which was beautiful, and got to see kind of the view and understand kind of where the fire risks are. And then to overlay that with the Public Works information on water availability and things like that. It just was bringing it all home. So super excited to be here. Thank you so much. And that is my official report, first report.
Excellent.
Not bad, not bad, not bad.
Hit the ground running.
Yeah. You know, the French wanted to put a bar on the top of Sugarloaf. That's why the road got there.
Oh.
Missed opportunities.
Yeah, what a view. There's still time. There's still time.
Got anything, Mr. Fleming?
Well, I was going to talk about that, but I'm going to let you talk about that because you're the winner.
Oh, I'll talk about that.
Okay, yeah. I am just going to say that I am excited to get back into committee meetings, which are starting as of tomorrow. We're going back into fire. And I am going to be gone
Next
from
week.
this. What? That's next week?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was. Oh, it's, the other Thursday. See, well, I won't be here. I have to go back east to see my mother. She's turning 90 and we're having 100 people for a party for her. And if she makes it through the planning process of this party, I think it's going to kill her. But she's in great shape and it's going to be really fun. But I think I'll be missing some meetings. And I have an email for you that I'll tell you about what I'm doing. And you, Mr. Mayor.
Thanks, Doug.
Yep.
You guys got anything?
Yeah, sure. Last Fire Safety Advisory Committee, well attended. And it was interesting, a town hall meeting with the fire crew, with Evan and his crew that was held last week in here. That was really well done. And
I heard it was well attended.
It was
also.
well attended, 50 people. But you know, if you guys watched Evan, he's an excellent communicator. And he had his workers with him. He had the chainsaw guys and the equipment operators, and this is the person you can see in the street. And this is the, you know, and they just really handled it well. They explained the work that they're going to be doing, the fuel mitigation work that has been permitted finally, because you got to work through all this stuff to get the permits. So as soon as they could, they notified the public after getting permitted. Their hope is to get the the work done on Sugarloaf and Hirschman's and a few other associated areas by August. But what I really like about what they do is the community say, well, when are you doing this or when are you doing that? And they're just real straightforward, like, look, we're subject to the availability of hand crews. We know we're going to get them. We don't know when. We know, depending on weather and equipment availability, that it's hard for us to give you specific dates, but we will tell you we're doing everything we can, and we expect to have it done by August. And it was just real transparent, real straightforward, and kind of a love fest.
Nice.
It's a great public meeting. So they're doing really well. And it was great to see that as we continue to prepare for, fire season, which is rapidly upon us. And also thanks to Public Works, again, always out there in the snow and out there plowing the roads with our not real snow plows and just taking care of things and getting a lot done because they were very, very busy. But I really appreciate the way they organized themselves to do that work. So more kudos.
Wonderful. Thanks, Gary. Daniela?
Yeah. Adam, Mayor Klein, and Carrie and I decided to cancel the Economic and Community Development meeting this month. We will perhaps pick it up next month or on the off month or re-pick it back up on the on month, which is May. Depending on, we just wanted Carrie to get settled in, and we had a couple things that were pending, but needed a little more work. And so we haven't forgot about folks, still looking at the update of the cannabis ordinance and the short-term rental ordinance and some other things. I'm going to have some more information for you guys on that. I attended the Public Arts Commission last week. They will be holding a workshop for their next meeting on April 1st as a sort of strategic plan. And I'm excited for them to sort of get some vision and focus during that. And I also just wanted to say, I've been thinking a lot about, it's interesting that the proclamation today was on child abuse prevention. I've been thinking a lot about children in the world, in the country. There's a lot of horrific stuff in the news, particularly around children. And for me, I know that when I get on social media and I scroll, it's so easy to scroll past horrifying things that are happening somewhere else. And we have to do that to get through the days sometimes. But I feel like each time I do that, I desensitize myself a bit from the lack of morality that's happening across the globe. And some of you might have heard the horrible accident that happened in our community 2 weeks ago, in the heart of our community, in the Three Forks parking lot, where we lost a child, a little child named Avery, which is not something we can easily scroll from. And so that's just been sitting heavily with me, and I wanted to send lots of love to his family, to his parents, Melina and Nicholas. I want to thank our first responders who responded to a horrific scene. I want to thank the Three Forks staff that were there and responded to a horrific scene. And I wanted to share with you, Melina and Nicholas wanted to invite the broader community to an honor of life and death of Avery Lee Trugosito. Melina and Nicholas warmly welcome you to join them in offering prayers and love to the land, to the water, to the fire, to the wind, and the multiple altars being created in memory of Avery. Some of you might have seen altars by Three Forks on Commercial Street from the community. The honor of life and death will be Sunday the 15th, so that's this Sunday. 11858 Banner Mountain Trail. from 10 to 11 a.m. And I want to tell you a little bit about what to expect if you go. Parking is extremely limited, so if you could carpool or it will be expected that you park down the road, and it will be about a 15-minute walk. So please plan accordingly. There will be parking available at the Sportsman Club at 11296 Banner Mountain Trail. Again, that's where you'll park. That's the overflow lot, and make that 15-minute walk. The area, so the area across the bridge will be held as an intimate space for Melina and Nicholas to bless Avery's body with close family and loved ones. From the surrounding land, the broader community is invited to hold prayers and loving presence, making offerings to the land and the altars dedicated to Avery. They are really touched and overwhelmed by the outpouring of support from the community and wanted to extend that invitation. I will post details on my social media if folks are interested.
Thank you for that, Daniela. What time was that?
So it's 10 to 11. It says please arrive between 10 and 11. Entry will be closed at 11, so that is a window to arrive.
Thank you.
Thank you, Daniela.
One more thing. They wanted to invite people to wear colorful clothing, particularly red. That was Avery's favorite color. And they welcome people to bring a small cushion or a sheepskin or a chair so that if you need to sit, just bring whatever you need, water and such.
Thanks, Danielle. Heartbreaking story. Thanks to the chief for the role he played.
Thanks, Chief.
Yeah.
With the family.
And if I may, say more to that, not only has the chief liaised with the family, but has been enveloped in a relationship in supporting them. I think they communicate daily, and we received messages from the hospital in Davis about what a beautiful community and chief of police we have because of the way that you've shown up. So thank you for being such a good representation of this place.
And a good man.
Amen.
Now let's talk about pasties.
Lou, what do you have?
I have a Transit Commission meeting and Nevada County Transportation Commission meeting coming up next Wednesday. I am now chair of the Nevada County Transportation
You're
Commission.
welcome.
Thanks to Doug for the next two meetings. I will be using my father's gavel, which is kind of one of the things that I got from his
That's nice.
estate.
I
yeah.
love that.
Is it bigger than that one? It's the size of the gavel, you know.
It's not the size of the gavel that counts, I want to tell you. Both the mayor and I will miss the next solid and hazardous waste meeting on the 26th because we will both be out of town.
No, that's me.
Oh, that's you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's you?
Yeah.
Okay. Both Doug and I will be, yes, you used to be solid and
used to be.
hazardous. Now you are solid and
I am
hazardous.
solid waste, yeah.
We will both be out of town
What's that date? I thought
the 26th
of March.
of March.
Yeah. When am I back? No, I'm back. I'm back for that.
Oh, well done.
Yeah. I'll be back for that.
I will be in New Orleans giving the inaugural reading from a passage from my novel, which will be published in the fall.
That's awesome.
And my last note is I would like help from staff for turning the recommendation I had for using the Community Agency Fund to help do an annual contribution to the Nisenan tribe. I want to get that into a wording that was appropriate for the council to debate, if I could ask for that.
I thought we already debated it.
Thanks, Lou.
Get at it today.
I got a few things. I first want to say, when Carrie was given her report, I was proud and happy that when she was describing meeting with the different departments, she was in each case describing meeting with someone who's, you probably had a great time.
Yes, yes.
Driving around with Shane, what's better than that?
I know.
Hanging out with Evan, what's better than that?
And the
I
chief,
just,
too. I miss the chief, yeah.
I love our staff. They're knowledgeable, they're approachable, and that must be so fun to come and
They're
do a new
funny.
job.
It didn't feel like work.
Yeah, that's great. Makes me happy. Well, there was the pasty toss, everybody. And I think the newspaper kind of overstated my athleticism.
I know. Above the fold, there it was. Mayor Klein.
What a great picture.
I
Election year picture.
I can't, hey, cool it. Always a fun event. I'm relieved that the next couple years at least, I don't have to do that again because the pressure. We have a streak now. Nevada City's got a streak, and I was terrified of coming back to you empty-handed. You guys scare me.
Well, I was pretty strong about that.
3 for 3.
No, you 2 for 2.
I'm 2 for 2, yeah, that's true.
I was pretty clear about your responsibilities.
Yeah, you were very clear. You were very clear.
But the event has turned into, there was 300 people there. It was well attended. I remember before there was 20 people.
I was there last year, and it was like me and the guys in skirts.
There was a lot of folks, and because it's a Grass Valley event, it's not like 4th of July where we trade off who hosts it. It's a Grass Valley event.
definitely a
so
Grass Valley
I was booed. That was I was.
You gave it back. That was the.
I was what I was saying. There's a
Mussolini.
photograph of me going like this, but I was explaining to them. I grew up in Grass Valley. This is a victory for you as well. They weren't having it.
They weren't.
But a fun, beautiful event. Always a good time. I can't wait to see who's going to throw the pasty next year. Yeah, I know. There's something else,
You brought the trophy home. That's really important.
Main thing.
and they'll get us the plaque for the side.
Yeah.
Oh, Jane Arbuckle was not having it. She was not happy.
I know she was.
She might have to run again just so she can compete again. Yeah, that's all. Anything else from anybody? Nice to see everybody. Congratulations on your first meeting, Carrie.
Thank you.
Here, here.
Absolutely crushed it. We'll see
I
everybody
move that we adjourn.
in a
I'll
couple
second
weeks.
that.
We have a motion from Fernandez, a second by Fleming. I'm adjourning this meeting immediately.